Okay, I'm gonna watch MrBeast help 2,000 people walk again. Let's go ahead and start this.
In this video, we're gonna help 2,000 people walk again!
The video you are about to watch is unlike anything we've ever done. Walking is something most of us take for granted every day. But for millions of amputees all around the world, they don't have that same luxury. But in this video, for 2,000 people, that is about to change.
Had an accident back in
I wonder how he's gonna pick all
and I
these
shattered
people.
both my ankles.
When he first got sick, they didn't even think he would live another year.
So it looks like people from the US.
That's how I lost
They're
my...
speaking English.
And to kick things off, we're going to help Stephanie.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. We're so excited you're here.
I'm so nervous.
How long has it been since you've been able to walk on your own?
I have not walked on my own.
Well, she's got a liner with a pin system, so it looks
15
like
years since you've been able to walk
they
on
must
your
have fit her before this.
Well, we might have something that can change that. This is your brand new leg. Here you go.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love her.
You ready to try it on?
I am.
Okay, let's slide it on in. Okay, what do you think?
Feels wonderful.
All right, you ready to stand up? Wow. For the first time in 15 years, Stephanie is actually walking.
Reality is this isn't the first time in 15 years because that socket was made for her, so she had to test it obviously. But for the purpose of the YouTube, this is still pretty dope because this is probably her first leg in 15 years. Also, I noticed that she has like the boot straps like you would have for like snowboarding and stuff on the socket. That's very interesting and not common. So that's really cool to see. Personally, I've tried the BOA system where you like click it and you can like twist, or you twist it and then click it in, you know. They have that for snowboarding boots as well. And I personally, it didn't work for me, but I do know that other amputees like it. And I think the idea behind it, being able to tighten it or loosen it, is really good because otherwise I don't have that ability. And if I gain weight, like let's just say I gain 5 pounds of muscle or something, my limb's gonna swell up and it's gonna cut off circulation in my residual limb and cause phantom pain. So if you can get a good socket that has that BOA system, or maybe even like the snowboard boot, the binding straps, those things might do really good. They might be really nice. All right, let's start this again.
Wonderful. That's my dad.
That's super cool. Those aren't fake tears, so that's cool to see.
Her move around again?
Very much so. I'm just glad that she's going to be able to get to do some things she wants to. Not be a prisoner anymore.
You guys can look each other in the eyes now.
We can dance.
And that's exactly what they did. It felt so good to be able to help Stephanie and her family. So we did the same thing for Colleen. It's been 7 months since you were able to walk.
That's pretty funny. He's just walking out with the prosthetic. Oh, she's got cool like stickers and stuff on that socket.
David, Adrian, Linda, and Carrie. But to be honest, we could not have pulled this off without
all those sockets are the same thing with the like binding straps. Pretty interesting and cool. I wonder like how it fits for them like after a month or so, or like what issues they have, what problems. Every socket's got some type of problem. So if someone tells you they don't have anything going on, well then they just haven't spent enough time in that socket.
without the help of some incredible people.
We replace limbs
Martin
that people
Bionics.
have lost.
What's a typical cost for someone to get like a prosthesis like this?
Anywhere from 5 to 50,000.
And it sounds crazy, but most of the people in this video either cannot afford insurance or did not have adequate coverage. Meaning, if we didn't...
Most of those people there in this video cannot afford insurance or don't have adequate coverage. Here's another thing. Any sport prosthetic is not covered by insurance either. So if you're a kid and you're an amputee and you want to compete in sports, insurance ain't gonna give you a high active foot. They're only gonna get you a walking one. Hopefully that changes in the near future.
Step in, they might not have ever walked again. And if insurance doesn't cover that, what do?
You hope and fundraise and pray that someone like you comes along.
So if insurance doesn't come through and they can't afford it, absolutely, MrBeast is blessing 2,000 people. There's also other organizations out there like Challenge Athletes Foundation, and they donate grants and prosthetics and any disability type of equipment international. So that's super powerful, and they're out of San Diego.
Take me about 10 years.
Wait, to buy this on your own would have taken 10 years?
Yes.
That's... Chandler! Obviously, that's not okay. So we're gonna send you home with $10,000.
No way. Like, what, dude? This is sick.
This is a day in my life I would never forget.
No problem. You came in with one leg, and now you're leaving with two and a briefcase full of money.
You came in with one leg, and now you're leaving with two and a briefcase full of money.
Best day of my life.
Oh, man.
Best day of his life. Let's go.
It feels so real, like it's part of me.
You can walk again, and you don't have the financial burden.
This is life-changing.
Dude, these sockets, I've never seen these in person, these type of sockets. It must be by Martin Bionics. I'm pretty sure they have, I came across Martin Bionics in 2016 or something. And we wanted to do some like testing together. I was a trans tibia athlete, me, and the system with the, the like snowboarding boot, what is it called? The binding straps, the straps. And I never tried it. So now that I'm seeing it, I'm like, all of a sudden, like memories coming back to when I first ever saw this and I came across Martin Bionics. But so sick that they are teaming up with MrBeast and changing these people's lives. And that'd be really cool to try one of those sockets.
Here I am now. I'm very thankful.
As we learned through this process, when you lose your ability to walk, you also lose the ability to do life's most basic tasks, something that Greg knows all too well.
Everything's twice as hard as it used to be. I played tennis all the time with the family, but I'd be happy just being able to stand up and do the dishes.
Okay, let's see how your new leg fits. All right, he's getting right into
cool.
it.
It's a good feeling to stand up. All right.
Whoa,
All right.
How does it feel?
I'll tell you what, it makes you smile.
When you're an amputee,
It does make you
everyday
smile.
activities can feel like insurmountable tasks. But for Travis, there's a special occasion coming up that he just can't do sitting down.
My daughter's been planning her wedding since she was 3-4 years old.
Oh, this is gonna be cool.
I've always dreamed of having my dad walk me down the aisle.
Do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I used to run 6-7 days a week if I was bored. And I was in a car wreck when I was 17, had osteomyelitis, and that's how I lost my feet.
How long
Car wreck at
has it been since you're able
17.
to walk normally?
Hasn't had a prosthetic since. This guy's
I don't know what
50,
normal
something,
is
60.
anymore.
Are you guys excited to see him walk again?
Yeah,
super excited.
Let's go.
Here's your right leg. Here you go. And here's the left leg.
It's just awesome.
You got this.
Come
First
on.
step.
Come on.
You want to go for it? Wow, he's walking better than some of the people with one leg. But you're making this look easy.
I'm just ready to start running.
What's it like to see him walking?
It's awesome. I'm excited.
No hands.
This is cool.
No hands.
No hands,
You
let's
can
go.
walk her down the aisle.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's gonna walk her down the aisle. That's so special.
I know this wedding is important to all of you, which is why I asked your soon-to-be husband how much the wedding would cost. And on this wheelchair is the exact amount. We're gonna cover the entire cost of your wedding, and now your dad can join you down the aisle.
Thank you.
Thank you for not telling her.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
The real question though is, are we invited?
Yeah.
Gotta bring some feastables.
Oh, deal. And he wasn't
Dude,
kidding. Later in
what
this
do you give him,
video,
10K
we
again?
actually do go to
Man, that's so
Travis's daughter's
sick.
wedding. And while
I don't know
we're
how he
paying
picked
for all the
people
prosthetics
to
in
give
this
him money,
video,
but
that
this is
won't
sick,
always
dude.
be the case. And while $5,000 to $50,000 is already too expensive for most people, that price tag is felt even heavier in developing countries, which is what brought me to Guatemala.
Guatemala.
To meet David, who founded the Range of
wrong.
Motion
David,
Project
I've
to
met
address
him.
the lack of
I did a speaking
prosthetics
engagement
for the
with them in GoPro.
underprivileged.
That's so
One of the
sick.
ways that prosthetic care gets delivered to the poor is poor technology.
So what
Range of
makes
Motion
it so
Project is
expensive?
really,
Very
really cool.
expensive pieces of technology.
And David found
And David's a
simple
very smart
way
guy.
to maintain quality at only 1/10 the cost.
Everything that you see here is part of our global inventory of recycled components.
So everything in this room is recycled from some other prosthetic.
All right, so sick. So everything that David has is like recycled prosthetics. And that's amazing because I had this idea of doing the same thing, years and years ago, and I love that he's hitting the ground running and doing it. Like, it didn't matter that if I did it or if he did it. What mattered is that somebody's out there doing it. And I remember chatting with him about this, and he was saying the thing is, unfortunately, in the US, we cannot sell or give prosthetics to other people if it's been used, because it's technically a medical device and there's liability issues within that. So what David's doing is he's going international, and he's helping these people that don't have insurance, don't have money to buy a prosthetic and stuff, and he's setting them up with a socket and putting them on, like if they need a liner or a new foot, whatever it is, he's setting them up. And I think it's so cool that he took this idea that should be in place in the US, because as you can see, there's all these people that can't afford prosthetics, and then because we can't do it in the US, he's like, all right, well, at least I'm gonna help change the world and make it a better place. And he's going international with it in Guatemala. So cool.
A lot of it is still functional.
So if you have a prosthetic that you want to donate so he can use it to help more people, just go to this website right here. That's how he's able to make it
that's
so
where you
cheap,
donate
so he can help
prosthetics.
the poorest of the poor all around the world. And for us, that means...
So the cool thing is, like, how I was just thinking, I was like, man, what can I give him and stuff? But I have some friends too that are in need, you know, that are low income and they're amputees. And so for me, like, I've been like giving to them, but there's some stuff that like they can't use or whatever, like certain liners or whatever, because we have different amputations or different sizes. So it's cool to know that rompglobal.org, you can donate any used prosthetic stuff, even socks, whatever it is, you know, it can go a long ways.
Means we can help even more people get back to their full lives here in Guatemala. From everything as adventurous as riding motorcycles. You're making this look easy. Playing soccer. Yeah. Whoa. Down to the smallest pleasures of life. You guys are adorable.
Lo primero que quiero hacer es salir a caminar con mi familia.
Es como que me devolvieran nuevamente la vida.
You're taller than your mom.
Hold on, I gotta turn on these captions.
Your family. How's it going, everybody? Let's take our first step together. Or watching a child reclaim their independence.
Oh, that's so cool, the kids.
At any stage of life, a new limb can mean everything. And by the end of the day, we had helped so many people, but our mission was just getting started. And you were saying some people can't even make it to the facility.
It's just a mountainous, tough country to travel in. Rivers that people have to cross, jungles that people have to get through. Not being able to walk is really kind of trapping patients in their homes.
Which is why David sometimes has to leave the clinic and visit the patients in their own home, which comes with its own difficulties. Where's your truck at?
I thought we're taking your guys' cars.
No.
We don't have a truck.
You don't have a truck to go reach these people in remote places?
No.
With the bulk of ROMP's resources going into staffing and the prosthetics themselves, they can't afford
Tell me MrBeast is about to give him a dope truck. Tell me.
That is, until now. I could have sworn that was your truck. If it's not, why does it say ROMP on the side? We worked with this staff, none of them told them. This brand new $65,000 truck is fully equipped to traverse even the most difficult terrain.
Thank you, guys.
It better be all-wheel drive.
Let's go break it in by giving away some legs.
All right.
And the further away we got from the bustling streets of Guatemala City, I realized
I can't imagine though that truck is 65K. I feel it doesn't. I mean, I've had some trucks in my life. It doesn't look like 65K. But either way, this is still dope, regardless, whatever it is. I mean, I don't think MrBeast would lie because he's got a lot of money, so he has no need to. But let's see them. Looks like they're about to go off-roading.
Kidding when he said these places were hard to get to. As we headed to a home located on the side of a literal volcano in the middle of the jungle. I now understand why this truck was so valuable. Oh my, whoa. Yeah, I could not imagine driving a normal car down this road.
No, you would not be able to drive a normal car.
We finally made it here. And our journey up the volcano
well, that's sick. He's got a good truck.
Who was left severely burned and without either of his legs in an accident 24 years ago. You're living on the side of a volcano.
On his nose.
How do you get around? This is very difficult terrain.
Sí, es algo difícil.
It's too rough for him, so someone actually does need to push him in a wheelchair.
And that ends today.
Gracias.
You're about to take your first step. All right, now we're walking down the side of the volcano. Come on over here, Mom. Aww.
Son bastantes que a veces tienen dificultades y gracias al Creador por ponerlos en nuestros caminos.
That made Kevin the
Yes, thank you,
71st
God. That
person
was super
we've
cool.
helped walk again. And David and I took that momentum with us to help even more people over
Where are
here
they going
in Ecuador.
now? Ecuador.
Like Kelly, who spent 6 days
Busing from Bolivia to here, not even knowing if
She
she'd get
took
prosthetic.
6 days.
Tenía mucho miedo porque nunca había salido de mi país y pese a todo me arriesgué porque no.
This is why we're doing this video right here. All right, it's been 2 years since she walked. It's a big moment. You want to take your first step?
2
Kelly was
years
so
since
happy
she
to be
first
walking
walked.
again that she then asked this.
¿Puedo bailar?
Can I dance?
Sí, ¿usted me puede acompañar?
You want me to dance?
Sí.
Oh boy, I don't know what I'm doing. You wouldn't even believe this is her first time
Oh,
walking
she's
in
go-
2 years.
let's go.
And she's already dancing, what?
Me gusta, parece real.
And even
This is
though
real,
I
let's
clearly
go.
don't know how to dance, watching this family be reunited with such an important part of their past
This is
meant
super
the
cool.
world to me.
No, gracias, gracias.
And as for Eduardo, he had a really touching reaction to getting his new leg.
Oh, he kissed it. That was adorable. He hasn't walked in months, which is obviously a shame because he's only 5 years old. It's a big moment. Whenever you're ready, Eduardo.
Let's see, Eduardo.
The mom was saying that he would have to drag himself around and was even embarrassed of not having the leg. So to see him
Oh
moving
man,
like
he's
this
moving
is
quick.
wonderful. It's
That's so cool. I hope I see him in Paralympic Games one year. That'd be so cool that it started here.
Muy emocionado, de verdad.
I mean, look at this. She hasn't walked in over a year. This is honestly my favorite video. This is crazy.
Oh, that's
How's
so
it
cool.
going?
Santo Dios. Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy bien.
Meeting Fede is cool and all, but the real reason we're here is your brand new prosthetic. This is all yours, 100% free.
Wow.
Gracias, muchísimas gracias. Estoy agradecida.
¿Qué se siente caminar de vuelta?
Una felicidad enorme.
And to further inspire strength in the 50 amputees we helped here in Ecuador, David
Oh,
shared
nice.
with
Yeah,
us
running
one of
blade.
his favorite rituals.
We love to take them hiking on that mountain.
And now we're gonna climb this mountain to break in their new prosthetics. If they can climb this mountain, they can get through daily life. I can see the symbolism of this task. Let the journey begin. All right. Whew. This is actually pretty hard.
This guy went from not walking to literally hiking up a mountain. I mean, it's truly amazing.
Yeah, hiking down the prosthetic, it is not a joke, especially when you get hot and sweaty.
Reach a new summit with a disability, you might feel that anything else is possible.
And I saw just that. The amount of persistence and ambition that these amputees showcase was unlike anything I had seen before.
This is what this trip is all about, is refusing to give up.
I'll be honest, I didn't fully understand why we were climbing this mountain, but now I get it. It's to show them that if they can climb this mountain, they can essentially overcome anything with their brand new prosthetics.
We made it to the top. Good job.
If you guys can hike this mountain, you can do anything. I'm proud of you.
Proud of you guys. And our reward now is this beautiful view.
Now we're gonna head all the way over to Kenya, where we found a bunch
Kenya.
of kids who still have their legs,
Whoa.
but needed expensive surgeries to be able to use them, which of course we paid for.
Look at that.
Expensive
Before the surgery,
surgery.
some of these kids have never walked their entire lives. And now look at them.
When I try to walk, I can find myself down, not knowing the way I felt down. I was being laughed by my fellow students.
Oh, yeah, wow.
So sometimes I could not go to school.
How did that feel taking your first steps?
If I can walk like the other people, so this makes me so happy.
And along
Oh,
with providing
man.
these life-changing surgeries, we also provided
so
a brand new
beautiful.
playroom at this clinic for the kids to enjoy.
Oh, that's
Come check
super
out
cool,
the
the
new
playroom.
And at this point, I'm gonna pick up the pace a
These
little
people
bit.
are
because
never
after
gonna see that
Kenya, we went
MrBeast.
all over Africa helping people walk again.
Whoa.
My financial status and everything I know is gonna change.
And from there, we went to the Philippines, Cambodia, and Sri Lanka.
Thank you so much for helping us.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
It's like a second chance for me.
I feel alive again.
Let's go.
And after visiting countries all around the world and witnessing 2,000 first steps, I'm glad to say we could help change the lives of so many people all across the world. But as you'll remember from earlier in this video, we still have a wedding we need to attend.
Which is weird. The fact that we're at a wedding of people we met 24 hours ago? Or Nolan's shirt? Oh, Nolan's shirt. 100%. Like, what is this little rope? All right,
The
Travis
rope
is
shirt.
about to walk his daughter down the aisle. Let's see if his brand new legs work. It's a big moment.
See if his brand new legs work.
I've had my dad walk me down the aisle.
This is awesome.
Now I'm happy to give you all Mr. and Mrs. Anderson.
Watching Travis walk his daughter down the aisle made me reflect on all the people's lives who were impacted throughout this video.
I was able to walk her down the aisle. It was just amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Hey
That's
guys,
cool.
I wanted to end this video a little differently than normal, and I wanted to say that the fact that some of these people had insurance and were denied, some of these people had insurance but didn't have the right coverage, it just doesn't sit right with me. Their only hope right now of getting a prosthetic leg so they can walk again, so they can go get a job, is for a YouTuber to step in and help them, which is absurd.
Yeah, that
I
is
don't know
absurd.
what the answer is, but I wanted to say this so the 100 million people watching this can get inspired, because what I saw when filming this video is just obviously not okay. So anyways, thanks for watching.
Wow, that was so sick. Man, MrBeast, you're the man, dude. You're blessing these people, and that is so cool. And these people will never forget it. And I hope that this message spreads across the world, because and especially impacts the U.S., because in the U.S. we don't have insurance that covers it. And I hope that there's more people out there that are willing to make a difference in the world, like MrBeast, like Romp Global, David, and like Martin Bionics. Man, super, super cool that he spent time and money and effort connecting with these people to make a difference. I don't know how this came on his radar, but I'm so stoked it did, because I can relate to it, and it's not common. You get a YouTuber with 345 million subscribers doing stuff for amputees. So this was super cool to see. MrBeast, you're the man, dude. You're the man. God bless you.